Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 20 of our FTB Skies Let's Play series, where today we are finally getting our mob slaughter farm set up. It's going to be a process. We got some stuff that happens. Let's deal with it and get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where, well, last episode we left off waiting for some chickens because TheAndrata has no luck, used all of his chicken eggs. It's like a 33% chance to spawn. I had 6 of them. I had no luck. I never do. It happens. It is what it is. I've come to terms with the fact that my luck, is just absolutely terrible. That being what it is, I let the spawn for a little while, didn't get any chickens, so we're gonna pivot, I guess, a little bit and get into hostile mobs for a minute, and then I guess see where we end up there. Though hostile mobs again, we'll have to see. We're gonna end up seeing where we end up with things. Anyway, before we begin, though, I kind of wanted to come over here to Tech Island and check on this setup that we have over here. It was mentioned in the comments that newer versions of Laser IO do allow me to disable the lasers, so you don't have to see the lasers. You can change the color too of them, I believe, with the new versions. And when you can make it so you can only see the lasers when you hold the wrench, which is exactly what I asked for. So that's cool. We can manually update it if we wanted to. We'll see if that ends up being an issue. But when you come over here, we have 32 buckets of latex over here, which is great. That's what we wanted. Problem with that is that's full, and I never did set up an importer on our energized smelter, so our plastic is backed up, and we have 64 sitting here. We've got a bunch of tiny dry rubber chilling out over here, and if we look over here, we're capped out here as well. So let's get that taken care of, and let's get some of that plastic put into the system. The one thing I do want to do is, I do want to get another detector because, we want to shut this thing off once we get to a certain point. However, with the detector, where do I want to put it is my question. I could put the detector because I have refined storage coming from the bottom here. I could put the detector on the crafter. No, because then it's going to fill this entire thing up before that happens again. I guess on the latex processing unit, when this gets full, this will fill up, and then it's going to fill up all of these slots too. Plus, then it's going to fill up all of those slots. No, wait, what am I thinking? What I want is when we get to a certain amount of plastic in the system, just shut the whole process off. So it would just turn this off, which means this wouldn't process. And since this is the first line in the chain, I think that's where I would want it to happen. That being said, redstone come in from... Oh, I have sink at bottom. Okay, so, and I want to stop the latex. I would like all latex. What I've set up, or what I'm planning on setting up, I taught the system how to make quantum entangle porters from Mechanism, which is great. It allows me to move lots of different things, especially liquids, super fast, super easy, wirelessly. So I want to get that set up. I'm just trying to figure out, I could do a redstone card to control this and just have a redstone card pop in. Literally, it can pop in on any of these, right? I could have a redstone card here, and then on this side, pick up the redstone signal, and then send that redstone signal over to here, which shuts this off. That would work, correct? Let's find out. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Again, this area is absolutely horrendous looking. Plastic. Okay, so let's get plastic in here, and when plastic is greater than 0 at the moment is when I would want that to shut off. That's fine. Let's get our card holder out so I can go ahead, and this direction is north. So we're going to go on the north. We're going to do a redstone card, and you're just going to input redstone. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and set you to yellow just to be safe, or orange. So whenever you receive a redstone signal, you're going to send it over there. We're going to go ahead and linky-dinky you from here. You should already be linked there, right? Did I just unlink that now? Yeah, I did. And then over here on the down, we'll go ahead and put another redstone card, but you're going to output a strong signal on the orange. And then this I want to set to only run with a redstone signal. So if I come over here and I reverse this, that should have shut that off. Hey, it did. And we're building up latex. Good. That's what I want. So now what we can do, since we have that, we can go ahead and reverse this. And we can set this to have the priority of 10. And then this to have a priority of 0. So now it'll work on backstuffing this first, since we already have 32 buckets for our crafting purposes and everything. And then for plastic, let's say we want 128 plastic. So then when we are under, it's going to be emitting a redstone signal. And so now it should have kicked the machine on. Yes. Okay. However, we do have more than 128 plastic. We just need to get it processed over here. So let's go ahead and do this. Get an importer. Thank you. Back. That, and that. Connect that with this terribly ugly wiring again. I keep talking about it because it does bother me quite a lot, actually. So the importer on the bottom, you will go ahead and output, and you can auto eject, but it's not going to matter. It'll do it. It's going to pull out from the importer anyway. Okay, so good. This is going to process. That's going to run all of that through. We can go ahead and even tick accelerate this. That's the wrong button. Tick accelerate it. Let it process through. That's going to get us up to that plastic number. And you know what? We could even actually come over here and we can just take this stuff. And I'm just to make it faster, we'll just throw it down here in our smelting factory. And that should do it. Let's go ahead and since we're here, we can go ahead and just upgrade both of these to ultimate. Before we do that, though, they need to go to elite because you do have to do it in order. Wait, I don't have the tier upgrades for elite. I did because I made elite ones. How? I manually made those. Why would I do that and then not teach the system it? But I guess I must have. Tier upgrade, mech tier. Yeah, I guess I must have manually crafted these ones. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. But now we can go ahead and get 2 of those. Come on over here to the tech island and look at everything going, which is beautiful. I'm not stalling at all. No. I forgot to set my timer. Not stalling at all. Okay, good. Timer set. Okay, so that's going to process those. We should have the ultimates, and we should have an elite and an elite. So we go bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, now we smelt fast. Dry rubber. Process. Nope, that's not a process. Process. Okay, there we go. Now we have a bunch of plastic. We're not going to have to worry about plastic for a while. We've got over 500 plastic. And when we do need plastic, we have it available to us to craft with it whenever we need it, right? So now we have this whole process set up. It's doing its thing. It's going to back stuff this latex here for me, but it's not going to run anymore. It's shut off. We're getting a redstone signal. This should be on. Oh, nope. Oh yeah, run with a redstone signal. That's what I want. And this is off, so now it's not going to run at all. So it's just gonna fill this up with latex, and then eventually it'll back stuff, and it'll start filling this guy up. I haven't decided how I want to handle my fluids. I mean, right now we currently have fluid drawers, which work great. The problem with the fluid drawers, and I guess I don't know if it's really necessarily a problem. I can set extractions on it. Like I can say, I can put a polar upgrade in there and everything. I just don't know how fast, like the speed of the polar upgrade doesn't seem to be like ridiculously quick. And I don't know if I need ridiculously quick. You know what I'm saying? Like in the past, what I've always used was simple black hole tanks, these guys, and it's always worked well for me. I've never had an issue. The nice thing with those is that it does render the fluid that's inside of there. And I usually will set up like the quantum, I'll set up an external storage. I don't need that anymore because the drawers can connect wirelessly, so that's great. But I set up the black hole tank, and then the QIO on an input and a QIO on an output. Or I'm sorry, not a QIO, a quantum entangler for input and an output if needed. But since refined storage, we can push all liquids through refined. I wouldn't necessarily need that. The problem with these drawers, and it's great 4x4s, but getting fluids into them is going to be a pain. Like right now, I'd have to access the other sides in order to get the water, and I really don't want to do that. So I like the idea of 4x4 fluid drawers, but in practicality, in reality, I want a 1x1 fluid drawer if I'm going to end up doing this, because it's going to be easier for me to manage fluid input and output, if that makes sense. Let's go ahead and clear these out. So like if I do this, I can have this guy here, lock it. Luckily, we have nothing coming in and out. We can lock that, and we can say, okay, you get your copper upgrades and a void upgrade. And you can hold 512 buckets. Yeah, and see, that's with 2 upgrades here. Now you're going to hold 2,000 buckets. So I'd have to have 3 coppers or probably a gold. Whereas the simple black hole is just going to hold 1,000 just by itself. Granted, the fluid drawers are cheaper. Significantly cheaper. It's just, it doesn't require any ender pearls or anything at all. But the upgrades are 3 of these. But now I can hold 20,048 in there. Okay, I think that's okay. Let's get latex. Didn't I have? No, I put the bucket of latex away. Let's go ahead, pop up here, and let's get a quantum entangler set up for this. Like I said, quantum entangler is a fantastic block. It can transfer everything, and it's wireless. You can set up different networks for everything. Generally, the way that I set this up is I come in and I disable everything, because it can transfer anything. And as soon as you put something next to it, it has everything already configured, and I don't want things to go in. It won't do anything if you don't set a network or anything like that, but I don't like risking it. So what I use is a configuration card. We got one of these for free from the quest, but it's really not too difficult to craft. So take your configuration card and you can shift right click and it will program that configuration card. And now the configuration card is programmed to have our quantum entangler have everything turned off. So we don't have to worry about the quantum entangler having anything. So if we come in here and we go with this quantum entangler, we can see everything is already configured. But we come over here, now we just right click, not shift right click again, and it's just pasting the configuration from there. Advancement, Control C, Control V. Now everything is turned off. See? So that's generally how I like to set that up, because it can be, you can have some issues if you set down your quantum entangler and you're not prepared for it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to set up here. Now we're going to go create a network. We're going to call this latex input. And then if I ever need a latex output, that will be available to me. But we're going to go ahead and set it to the latex input channel. And we're going to go to sides, fluids, config, input from the top. Okay, so now we should be getting latex coming into this, yes? No, because it's prioritizing over here first. So once that's done, then we will start getting latex put into here. But what we can do is we can take this that we have, pop on over here, and we can set that up inside of, we can set that up inside of this guy. So what we can do is I know this has a bucket mode, but I don't honestly, I don't remember how to get out. Huzzah. I know, can't we, no, I guess I don't have the mechanism tool. The configurator? Did I not? That's one thing I did not get for free, is a configurator. Wow. Don't we have to just smack it with a configurator and it'll output? Except for the fact that this drawer is locked. Maybe if I unlock it, it will. Yeah, there we go. It'll drain. Cool. All right, so that is that. Now we'll lock this so that this has latex always in it. And the configurator's getting power. Doesn't matter. We can go ahead and do that there. And we can even set up our lava production to be over here too. We'll go ahead and replace this fluid drawer with a regular fluid drawer. I mean, while we're here, we'll just do base maintenance, take care of all these things. Can't take those out because it's set up, but we can go ahead and do this. Now we can take those out. Nope, we can't. What we can do though is take this out, throw that there. Don't know what you're doing. This here, pop that guy there. We can go ahead and say, okay, we don't want a puller. We'll get a pusher on the down, and it should drain all of that. See, but it's not super fast. I mean, it's a bucket every tick, it looks like, or not every tick, but every so once in a while. Just drain that 128 buckets out. Doesn't matter. What I want is my upgrades back. Okay, good. Unlock this so that way it can get itself cleared out, and then get rid of it. Now we can go ahead and lock that. We'll pop into its UI. We'll set up those. And again, we need 3 of them. What about, let's go. I've not taught the system how to make these things. I've just manually done so. Let's teach the system how to make upgrades. At storage upgrades. Because we have some, but let's just learn it. Learn it all. Okay, so that's copper. Then we'll get diamond, because I don't know which one I want to go with. Netherite obviously is going to be pretty good. We'd have to get an auto smithing table for that one though. And then gold. So if I get a gold upgrade or diamond, let's see which one's better for this. Like, how much does a diamond upgrade get me? Diamond is going to be by 12. Gold is by 8. So if I take these out of there and I put that in there, that's 384 buckets. Man. What if I do that? Nope, that's 2,000. So I'd still need, what if I do a diamond and a copper? I'm trying to get to that 2048. But really the only way to get to the 2048 is going to be with 3 coppers. I mean, copper is the cheapest ultimately. And I don't know why 2048 is the number that I'm fixated on. I just like that number. We'll go polar on the south and it'll start pulling. But look, it's only pulling half a bucket. So it's not super fast. And I think that the simple black hole tank is going to be faster on the pull. It's going to become an issue eventually. Especially the water. Only being able to pull half a bucket every tick is not going to be good. Now, granted, I could set up a pipe to do it and have a pipe instead of the polar. That may be an option, but we're just testing out now at this point. This episode's kind of sort of deviated from what I initially planned on. I'm also trying to give my passive mob spawn thing over there a little bit of time to do the passive mob spawning thing. Maybe we'll be lucky and show up with a new chicken over there. But anyway, let's check this out. Okay, so you are pulling about a bucket every second. Cool. All our stuff that needs water, by the way, is currently dead in the water. Get it? Get it? Okay, so we're going to pull from the back. How fast are you? You're not much faster. Actually, you're slower. Okay, never mind then. We'll go ahead and keep the fluid drawer. This is why we experiment. And if it needs to be faster, we'll just do the thing. We do need to link these. So link you and you. Did I link it? Yes. Okay, good. So now we have water back in the system. We want to get our quantum entangler set up over here. And we're going to set it up so that it is directional. So this is going to be the backside now. So we're going to set it to the latex network, and we're going to go ahead fluids on the back. Go ahead and output auto eject, and we should end up with more latex in here, hopefully, whenever this thing finishes backstuffing. And then we end up getting latex pushing into there. So we'll see. Currently, we're at 32 buckets of latex. If I set that quantum entangler up right, we should end up with more than 32 buckets at some point throughout this episode. This has the water in it. I mean, I guess we can just keep it there for now. Just throw it in the system. It's not going to be a big deal. Can I do you and you? Do you need to be reset? Because I accidentally did that. I don't think the configurator can go into this. Oh, no, it can. Haha. Yes. Sweet. Okay. I like it. And then that goes there. Good. Okay. Taking care of things. How you doing, Emeralds? 561. Good. I don't know why I needed to know that. But there we go. So now we're going to be able to hold 2,048 buckets of water. Yay. I don't know why I needed to do that, but I just did. I just needed to make sure I could have 2,048 buckets of water, I guess. And then it'll void out the rest, which, I mean, honestly, it doesn't hurt. The sink is doing its own thing anyway. By the way, the sink holds 2.14 million buckets. So yay for that. All right, let's pop over to mob farms and hope that we are lucky with nothing. I'm pretty sure we're too far away when we're at our base, so nothing is going to spawn over here. From what I understand, I've done a little bit of looky on the internet, and it says that mobs are only going to spawn like when you're within like a 24 block range, I think it is. But it also has to be lit up. As you can see, I put glowstone there, but it's also, it only does it every 20 seconds. And every 20 seconds, it's a chance for it to spawn any passive mob. And that's only on generated chunks. It can spawn on ungenerated chunks. That's generally how it happens. But again, all of our chunks here are generated, so we are not lucky. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about the chicken thing because we have an issue because, well, we don't have chickens. I don't have chickens. I don't have eggs. And I don't know what needs to come first, the chicken or the egg. Haha, that was terrible. Go ahead and slay me in the comments there. But yeah, but honestly, I really don't know what to do about this situation. I would love to I don't have any eggs, so I can't get the golden egg. I mean, villages can have eggs, but like they're not spawning any mobs. No passive mobs are spawning in the villages. Only villagers are spawning in the villages because there's not enough grass, right? There's not enough grass around here for passive mobs to want to spawn. You have to have, I think, like a 2x2 block or something like that from what I was reading online. I don't know. I'm just making all this stuff up from what I saw online in my brief 20 seconds of research that I did here. But it sounds accurate, so I like it. Do any of you sell chicken eggs? I do have like energetic sheep spawn, growth serum. We got already those books there. Hello. Ender pearl. I don't even need that. Like more nutritious chicken feed, but I can't do anything. I don't have a chicken. Eggs? No. I don't even know what kind of villager a shepherd sounds like it would, but are they going to have eggs or are they going to be doing sheepies? Like a shepherd sounds like they're going to be doing sheepies. Glyph of wind shear? Sure, let's learn that. Don't know what that does. Energetic shears, chainmail, black wool, but it's energetic black wool. So anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at. And at this point, I'm about to just be like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to just cheat in a chicken spawn egg because I don't know what else to do. And I don't feel like fighting the game to get this to spawn. And since I guess I can take the blame. I used my, what are these? Increases movement speed? What? I love increased movement speed. Here's the question. Is it an FOV thing though? I hate changed FOV. It does, but can't we turn off FOV effects? Video settings. I don't like this. Whatever mod has changed my settings here, or the way that this works. But isn't there like a don't allow FOV effects thing? I don't like when it does that zoom out. It just kind of throws me off. Or is that only when you use Optifine that you can disable? Nope. Nothing to do about there. And that would be video settings, accessibility settings, FOV effects. Haha, turn it off. Okay, so now we just get the increased running speed, but we don't get the FOV change. I like that. Okay. Anyway, some prismarine shards, some luck of the sea. I'm sure we got these already, but I mean, I'll grab them, I guess. Is there anything else in there? Yeah, so I think I'm about to just cheat in the egg at this point. Not care. Hello, Mr. Cleric. You got anything good? You don't even have anything good. I went all through all this work I should trade with you. Get those blaze rods, and then I can set like an auto trader going. Wasn't there some emerald ore somewhere around here? Just give me 1 emerald, and then I'll capture the guy. Okay, forget it. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, we'll get blaze rods when we get. I'll get into it. What's that mod? Jeez Louise. Good thing I can't take damage. It's not like an elytra. I take damage when I slam into walls because I'd be dead. That was like a 300 mile per hour wall slam. Overgrowth seeds, those are pretty good, aren't they? Eggs. Apothic boss summoner. I almost did it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't have great armor or weapons, and I don't know. Apotheosis bosses can be tough. So, what is wrong with you? Oh, he's just in the lilac. I'm like, he's got some disease or something going on. Like, I may not want to go near that dude. No. Yeah, like I'm not getting eggs from any of these guys. What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, at this point, it's more worth my time to just take care of the situation instead of me trying to fight it. Could I set up the mob, like the what's it called, mob farm? Sure, absolutely, if I really wanted to at the moment. But I'm still going to run into the same issue eventually, and it's just annoying. And again, like I said, I messed up with the golden egg. I will fully take the credit or the blame for the golden egg. I didn't realize I was in a wooded badlands, and then so nothing could spawn because it is biome dependent. But basically, this is just going to get me another golden egg. That's where I'm at. Bees keep spawning in here, and I keep killing them, and it's kind of sort of getting on my nerves. Okay, so we're going to need a mob slaughter factory, and I should be able to craft that already. What I did want to get was ethereal glass, so that way I can walk through the glass. I'm also going to want tinted ethereal glass. Yeah. Now this is the one. This requires tinted glass. That's going to require amethyst shards, though, right? This is the one that I want for the aggressive mobs, I guess. That requires amethyst shards. That's kind of annoying. Dark glass. What do you require? Tinted glass. Everything's tinted glass. And in order to make that, I need amethyst shards, which, I mean, I don't have a lot of. I don't think I'm going to be able to even make enough of what I need with that. I mean, we're not going to make it just yet. Mob grinding utilities, tinted glass. Glass blocks designed to prevent light, tough enough to withstand withers. Oh, we'll go with that one. I guess it's not going to be ethereal. It's fine. Why didn't I do this? And then we'll clear this. I'll use the ethereal glass for the passive mob spawn, sure, but for this one, nah, forget it then. Because the ethereal glass doesn't require... That's just glass and Eyes of Ender, so we can make that happen. Okay, let's just get like 32 of these. Yeah, and then for tinted glass, when we want to do the other one, we just won't be able to walk through it, but that's fine. Yeah, but at least that's dark glass. Okay, so we want ethereal glass. We're going to want that, and then we'll go ahead and just go ahead and do the thing. Now, I am going to go ahead and get a chicken egg because I want to use the nutritious chicken feed for it. So I'm not going to go ahead and like just give myself the golden egg, but chicken egg. Nope, that's the wrong chicken egg. Chicken spawn egg. We're going to grab that, turn that off, and I will BRB. And we're back. Okay, good. This point on, we're going to be going speed mode here. I am going to have to do this. Notice I place this button here to shut my refined storage system off. Cycles it. Kicks my external storages back on, so then I can actually access everything that's in the external storages and all of my crafters and stuff. Sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you don't. I don't know why, but you do. We're going to craft 2 quantum entangler porters. We're going in speed mode at the moment because episode should be wrapping up here, but I want to get all of this done. We're going to go ahead and get our mob slaughter factory going so that that's ready. We still have our spawn egg, by the way, and notice not in cheat mode anymore. So just pointing that out. Quantum entangler porters, those should hopefully be ready by the time we need them when we get over here to handle our pink slime. We're going to come on over here and we're going to go ahead and set up the Ethereal Glass first because I do not want to deal with all the mobs coming out. So we'll go ahead and do this. And the Ethereal Glass is cool because you can walk through it. Entities cannot. That was a mistake. Hopefully, does this pick back up? Yes, it does. Okay. Also, it connects, which is great. I like that. It's very hard for me to tell if things are... See, we're having issues with Refine. No wireless transmitter here, but there is. I guess BRB again. Okay, there we go. Now we're working. Just had to cycle the world. Mob slaughter factory. Now, one thing I did forget that we are going to need for this is going to be a range upgrade. And we'll talk about that in a moment. But let's go ahead and teach the system how to make range upgrades from Industrial Foregoing. Range add-ons specifically is what they are, not add-on 0. So I don't know what tier add-on we're going to end up needing, but probably, so it's a +3. So if we take a look at this right now, we can go ahead and turn on the working area, and this works 1 block. We need it to go, let's move this over here so that we have room to see. Turn on. We need it to be able to go out to 5 blocks because it's going to sit like in our ethereal glass. So it needs to get a +1, 2, 3, 4, which would be 5. So we need a +4 add-on. Teach the system that. And then if we go here to our, was it up top? Dissolution chamber? Yeah, we go to the dissolution chamber. Now, if we get a range add-on +4, missing the latex. But we're not. Oh. Yeah, that was the issue. That needed to be bound to this controller. So this just needs, we can actually just nix this. I set that up initially, remember, because I thought I needed 2 drawer controllers, but I don't. I can just set up 2 external storages on this drawer controller, and it'll work perfectly fine. I just have to have one set up for liquids and one set up for... You're going to be a fluids one. There we go. So now that drawer controller can see everything. There we go. Okay, that works. Do I have you? And you can see that. So if I come over here to fluid grid, we should see that. And then if I come over here to request you, we should be able to do that. Yes. And that should have kicked off in the dissolution chamber. Remember, we sped upgrade the dissolution chamber, so it shouldn't take terribly too long. So what we should see now happen is bada bing, bada boom. It expanded out by 4, and it's actually quite much larger than I thought. It expanded out 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it did go 4, but it's 4 each direction. That's good to know. Okay, so I don't think I need a +4. Let's check out a +2. I don't want it to be terribly too much bigger than its area that it is. Not that it really is going to matter, but I just don't want it to be too much bigger. So if we do +2 each side, that should be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's a 5 by 5. Okay, good. Whew, couldn't math there for a second. Okay, so that gets us range upgrade going. So we can go ahead and pop over to Mob Farm. And if we go ahead and pop that Mob Slaughter Factory right here, put it here, and we put this in here, and we turn on its working area, it should encompass this entire area except for the roof, but that's okay. Good. All right, I like it. Turn that off. So now when mobs spawn in there, it'll start killing them in a moment, though. Before it can do that, it is going to need some power. So we'll go ahead and get some energy pipes flowing. Down. Down. Am I on? I guess because I have those fancy shoes, I also drop faster too. Wrong button. Then I'm going to need this so we can extract power. I should just upgrade at this point to like the emerald backpack, because the emerald backpack, or the emerald jetpack, is like a creative jetpack. Okay, power, process. It's going to do its thing. Meat is going to come into there, but we're not going to have meat to go anywhere. We're going to turn off all of the outputs as we always do. Turn it off. And eventually we can set this up to be like doing slime and passive mob drops and stuff. But yeah, anyway. All right, so let's get our chicken spawn egg. Let's get our nutritious chicken feed. Chicken come in. Nutritious chicken feed. Boom! Blows up. Happy birthday, Darko. Creative thing, or the golden egg thing, and we got mobs spawning in, and then as this processes, it slaughters them. And apparently some mobs are getting us liquid meat, some are getting us pink slime, so we'll have to deal with both of those, which should be easy enough to do. If we get our quantum entangler I can pop. I just need 2 sets now. Quantum entangler 1, quantum entangler 2. Number 1. They do allow light through, though. That is one of the only flaws with that. So if you're going to set this up in your dark room, you kind of have to get items, the stuff piped out and put there, so you kind of can't make it as clean. So we will say this is liquid meat input. And then this is going to be pink slime input. So you're going to be on the pink slime input channel. You will be on the liquid meat input channel. You are going to go over here. Liquid meat is going to output to the left. Pink slime will output to the right. You will allow fluid input from the right, and you will allow fluid input from the left. And this should be emptying. Yes. Nope, pink slime is not handling. Sorry, that was items. That would be why. Fluid input on the left. Now this should be emptying. Okay, so we should have liquid meat in here, and we have pink slime. Perfect. So what we can do, go back home, set up a drawer, or a fluid drawer, which I'll do in between episodes here, for pink slime and for liquid meat. But with that, now we are able to actually craft our next tier of upgrades from Industrial Foregoing, which is going to be the advanced machine frame. So we can craft that because we have pink slime available to us. And with the advanced machine frame, we can now work on getting ourselves a mob crusher, which is great. And with the mob crusher, we'll be able to actually get mob drops from these. So we could either leave this set up as is. Eventually, we could turn this off, the mob slaughter factory off, and hopefully maybe we can get another chicken because we have that nutritious feed, which would get us another thingamading. We're getting donkeys spawning in. So I'm sure we'll be able to get a chicken at some point if we needed to. And then we could set up another one and just have it constantly generating pink slime and then constantly generating mob drops for us. And then we'll have another one over here for enemy mobs and get that. Now this one's generating us the liquid meat too. So I don't think that we need to really set up a separate one for liquid meat. But pink slime for sure. So we're going to have passive mobs getting us drops for passive mobs over here, and then hostile mobs over here. The only thing that we need in order for that to happen is to kill a spooter. I have not seen a spooter yet. We got a basalls. Have I gotten one of these guys yet? Man, stop hitting me with your avatar thing going on here. But anyway, yeah, we just need a spider. So I think I'll just wait until a spider spawns, because I'm going to assume eventually a spider is going to spawn around here. Maybe on the building or something like that. And then look, there was a chicken. So we can get chicken spawned in. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. We've gone on long enough. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Ow, my arm hurts. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.